I am Joe Aguirre, and I'm joined by someone we're going to see a lot of. Jessica Reidel, an associate of mine from BB Realty. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Now, you and I've spent some time together recently, and we're gonna be doing some work together, and I'm very excited about that. I think you are too.
Very exciting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be awesome.
So much fun.
And the cool part was, and you probably didn't know this right away, is that you're gonna have to do a podcast to do it.
No idea.
Yeah.
About an hour ago, right?
Yeah. And so you should know Jess is a natural, and she's a lot of fun. I know she seems a little frozen right now, but we're gonna break it down. You're doing pretty well, and I'm literally coming off the best year of my real estate career. This market's been crazy, and there's a lot of talk about whether the market's going to slow down or not, and there are signs that it's slowing up a little bit, but still a big inventory problem.
Very big.
Very big inventory problem, and that is the reason why prices are still where they are. And I was reading today, maybe 2022, if people start putting more homes on the market, then you could slowly start to see things change. But the numbers went down just a tiny little bit, but all in all, still really good. Houses that went for more than asking has dipped in the last 3 months from 74% to 60%, down to 59%. So it's
great.
important, again, to have a good agent,
Very.
because at the height of this, Jess, your cousin's sister's aunt's neighbor would do, because anybody could sell in this market. It is going to start getting a little bit more challenging. I thought this was interesting too, and I don't know what you've seen out there, because it's definitely been a crazy real estate market. Homes in the burbs. There's been a lot of talk about the suburbs on a political level. People want to live in the burbs.
Everybody's working from home.
Yeah. The other funny thing was, and I talked about this a few episodes ago, pools.
Everybody wants a pool.
You're going to be stuck home all day. Now you want a pool,
Yeah.
which was something people never wanted before. People hated pools. My house has a pool. The first time I called on this house, the first thing the listing agent said was, I could fill that in with concrete if you want.
Wow.
I was like, no, I gotta
Wow.
love it. Yeah, they had really struggled with that, but yeah, pools are like booked up for about a year and a half to get one built. But the burbs, the price of homes in the burbs where you're in a car dependent neighborhood went twice as fast.
It's crazy.
Do you feel like you saw that? Or are you finding more people are looking to kind of
Absolutely.
get tucked away? And
Yeah, everybody's working from home, so they don't have to leave. They're definitely home, so why not have a nice house? You don't have to live close to the city. Who wants to live in a big city when they can have a beautiful pool?
there you go. Yeah, look, I mean, city living is certainly not for everybody. That's for sure. One of the saddest parts of the situation we are currently in, and I had this great experience where I sold a home to a single woman who was a professional, had initially started looking with a fiance, dusted that guy, and a year later was like, I'm buying a house anyway. And unfortunately, right now, there is a 50-year low on the kinds of homes that particularly single individuals buy.
Mhm.
So, again, we're seeing a market right now where there's low inventory in the case, obviously, of like single dwelling homes. There's just not anywhere to.
Nobody's moving.
Nobody's
in them,
moving. No, if you're in a nice place, there's
gonna
no
stay.
reason to go. Although, it's funny. I refinanced last year, and I got the appraisal on the house. Whoa.
Really?
Oh yeah. And I thought, me out of here. I
Yeah.
will sell this thing tomorrow.
Wow.
My wife.
Appraisals are going up.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. It was unbelievable. And yeah, my wife was like, I love living here.
So you're staying.
So
You
yeah,
got the pool.
that's what. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess who cleans it?
You need a pool boy.
I do need a pool boy. That much is definitely true. I can tell you that. One other story I wanted to talk with you about. There is a town in Australia. It's called Quilpie. There's about 800 people that live in that town. and they're trying to get some more people to move to Quilpie, and so they're offering $9,400 to anyone who buys land and builds a house there for less than $560,000 and lives there for at least 6 months. A block of land is about $9,400, so you're getting the land basically for free. You have to be a permanent resident or a natural Australian, but to become a permanent resident, you could apply and become one.
Mm-hmm.
Would you? Or do you know anybody who would do something like that? Would move out into the middle of nowhere? Would you do something like that if it was? You seem like the type.
I would.
Like, you
I
know those
definitely
memes
would,
on
yeah.
Facebook when it's like you have to live in this house for a year
Yeah.
and you could only have like one friend, like
Yeah, I
your
would do
first
it.
ad. I feel like you'd be there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. I couldn't do real estate, but
Yeah.
there's no other houses to sell. But
There wouldn't be any other houses to sell, but yeah, you'd be doing all right.
Yeah.
Now you've been doing something super cool, and this is one of the things I like about you, and obviously, CTBB Realty. It's a very people-driven business,
Very people.
and you have been doing this charity event, and obviously with the holidays in mind, you are a very charitable person and a very nice person too, which is why I'm glad that you do want to work with me, because I could be difficult. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, great.
But could you talk a little bit about what you were doing? Because a lot of people we talk about the heroes, and some people put their money where their mouth is, and that's kind of what you've been doing.
Yeah. So we have the BB Be a Hero program. So we give part of our commission back to the heroes. I think it's a great program to give back to the people. They give so much for us. If you know any first responders, you know how much they're not home, they're not around, to give them a little portion to say thank you. So for the last, I think we're on week 5 this week. For the last 4 weeks, we've been going different police stations, fire departments, and just giving them a little something, saying thank you, making sure that they know we're here if they need us. It's the least we could do. So we have a few more weeks to go. We have a nice surprise for the end. I'm very excited.
Yeah, well, and you should be very proud of yourself. Some people do charity, believe it or not, for the accolades. Some people do charity work because they feel like they should do charity work for people that deserve it, and you're definitely somebody in that category, and I really like that about you. Now you also, and we'll put a picture up of Nash on the screen. You're because we have another thing about BBCT Realty. We had Brittany McCann on, one of the co-brokers, and she's amazing. And we're waiting for Goyen to get on here. Brittany Goyen. We'll have her on here.
A couple more weeks.
Few more weeks or so. We're definitely going to get her on here because she is pretty amazing too. But we have an office that's dog friendly and baby friendly, which is great for working parents who are real estate agents. Your dog is amazing. He does lick me in weird places during meetings and during presentations. He does. He does love me. It was weird at first, but yeah, we're both coming around on each other. But you do more charity work with that, or animal rescue. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I am part of Northern Bound Rescue. We are a small rescue based out of Southington. We bring dogs up from small, high kill shelters and find them forever homes. So we're kind of just like BB Realty. We're quality over quantity. So we don't want 100 dogs at once. We want the good dogs. We find them great homes. It's very rewarding. I'm so excited to be able to be a real estate agent, help people find their dogs if they need them. So when I have a client looking for a dog, I try and help them. So it's a lot of fun.
It's funny. About a year and a half ago, I sold a home. I was the buying agent, and the family had this really great dog. And my client literally asked if I could ask for the dog.
Oh my God.
I did.
Did they give it?
No.
Oh my God, I would never give Nash up.
No, they thought it was sweet. I mean, that could have easily gone the other way. You know what I mean? That could have
Yeah.
easily gone the other way, but yeah, my client came in and the dog was there and he was just super well behaved and they liked him. So
Wow.
I figured we would. Hey, never hurts to ask.
Doesn't.
I'm a big believer in that. You know, you don't ask, you don't get.
Yep.
And speaking of that, we're doing again. I can't say enough about this agency that we're at. BB Realty is amazing, and we're getting ready for the holidays, and that means our clients
Get free pies.
are getting free pies. So if we've done business before, if you'd like to do some business in the future, hit me up because the pie orders have to be in
I think
a week.
Yeah, a week or so.
Yeah, so now's your time if you want to get a free pie.
Yep.
Pumpkin, apple,
Chocolate cream.
chocolate cream. Did we figure out the chocolate cream sitch?
I think we got
We
it.
did. There's been some issue with chocolate cream pies. Can you imagine that? But again, the kind of people we are,
We'll find it.
we weren't just going to cut you down to 2 options. We wanted to keep the 3 open. So look for an email from us if we've done some business in the past, and we obviously liked you. And I assume if you're watching the podcast for either one of us, it must have gone well.
Yes.
Yeah. So Jess, you and I, we're gonna be doing some stuff. We'll be doing some podcasts. We'll do some fun stuff. We're gonna be working on a commercial, so we can sort of talk about what we do and help people find homes. And maybe we'll throw some dogs in.
Absolutely.
And
dogs and homes.
You know what else we should do? Maybe we could also start like a website for them to find a spouse. Maybe find single people. We'll get them a spouse, a dog, and a home.
There's a few websites like that already.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah.
I think they do pretty well.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Jess Reidel, thank you so much for joining us on this podcast for this week. We'll have all of Jess's information. Make sure you click on it, check it out. If you're into dogs and dog rescues, and Nash is pretty amazing.
He's a good boy. I'm
pretty lucky to have met a good dog like that because boy, he's big.
Yeah.
He's big and scary looking, but he's so awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is going to do it for us. Make sure you visit clovercrestmedia.com/closing time podcast. You can also follow us on Facebook and on YouTube and on all the different, I think, social media platforms. Pretty sure I'm on all of them. Anyway, if you haven't done it, do so. Like, subscribe. You know the drill. For my friend Jess, I'm Joe McGuire. We'll catch you next time on the Closing Time Podcast.